What do the future schedule changes mean going forward? We got a lot of news yesterday about UCLA dropping their non-conference games with Georgia and Auburn over the next 4 years. Florida and Cal got canceled. And immediately, everybody's jumping in, SEC canceling non-conference games, that means they're going to 9 games. Well, maybe. Or it could just be that these West Coast teams have decided that it makes a lot more financial sense and it's better for them regionally to play former Pac-12 schools, right? So UCLA replaced Georgia and Auburn with Cal and Utah. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, right? Like, it's a regional game. Georgia went ahead and added Marshall for only 2025. So maybe that means that the SEC is moving to 9 games? Or, I mean, what if it's just West Coast schools that realized how much travel is going to be involved with their new conference homes? UCLA is going to be traveling to the East a lot. Why would you add an additional home and home against a team like Georgia or Auburn when you're already going to have a really ridiculously tough schedule? UCLA could beat Cal. UCLA might be able to beat Utah. It's tougher to go and play at Auburn. And I know that Salt Lake City is a really difficult place to play, but Berkeley is not. So, yeah, that makes all the sense in the world. And it especially makes sense because UCLA is going to have to be paying Cal for 3 years, part of their Big Ten money. So, yeah. Now, the 9-game SEC schedule? I've been saying forever that ESPN has to come up with money to be able to pay the SEC to make it worth their while to move to 9 games. The SEC is also going to want to see what the CFP decides to do as far as strength of schedule, etc. Are they going to let 9-3 teams in, or will they let in some Big 12 teams that had really easy schedules that went 10-2? Will Alabama at 9-3 be looked at more favorably than a 10-2 Oklahoma State? Is it the number of losses that's going to matter, or is it the strength of schedule? Because if it's strength of schedule, then there's no reason for the SEC to move to 9 games. That's going to be ridiculous. So don't forget, I brought up ESPN needing more money to entice the SEC to move to this. ESPN did do a deal with TNT to sell off a couple of the college football playoff games. So if they were able to do that, they're making, $50 million a year? They sold them for $25 million a game. If you're able to do that, well then yeah, $50 million a year, toss that to the SEC, that's a few $1 million extra per year. That might be worth it. We shall see. We shall see what they end up doing. Thanks for listening to Winning Cures Everything. Make sure and follow me on Twitter @GaryWCE. If you want to toss in a question, you can email me, Gary@winningcureseverything.com. Make sure and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.